Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon to some of you. Hello, hello. I'm here. I'm here. Good morning, Max, Mr. Lee, Jen. How y'all doing this morning? Raven has landed. Ah, man, sitting here having conversations with other people off the channel and just kind of forgot what time it was. My bad. Sorry, folks. Uh, I kind of want to talk about and touch on briefly about what happened last night. I'm sure a lot of you have saw, or maybe you're getting ready to see the latest episode of Bigfoot Odyssey. Good morning, Papa. How you doing this morning, Craig? Last night was the last show for Bigfoot Odyssey. It was really sad. Um, but I understand it. I've kind of figured now that it was there was a lot on Daniela's plate, and not just that, it's just we all felt there was like a there was a loss there. I mean, and it's hard to keep it going. And I'm glad her and Linda come to the conclusion, just kind of bow out gracefully and just kind of continue to fight the good fight on Daniela's channel over there at Hidden Existence. They're gonna just for those of you who haven't seen it yet, they're gonna keep the channel. The channel's up. It's gonna stay up. All the episodes are gonna be there. They've demonetized all the stuff. The member stuff is going to be published there too. I'm pretty sure because they're not accepting any type of memberships anymore for there. Everything. She's like I said, Daniela's going to try and continue the good fight, raising awareness and spreading knowledge over there on her channel at Hidden Existence. And I highly recommend that you guys go over and check her out. She's her channel is like this one. It's not just Bigfoot oriented. It's she covers a wide topic of things. UFOs, anything paranormal. And of course she talks about Bigfoot too, but she likes that variety, and I totally get it. I do. I totally get it. Let's see. Brian and Chewy go hiking. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Losing Carrie was a big suck in the gut. It's one of those things. I talked about this briefly before in another video about how you should really consider how you treat one another, because the simple fact of the matter is we're not promised tomorrow. We're not promised nothing, right? And I've said this before. I'll say it again to my loved ones. I say I love you a lot, because I don't want the last words that I said to you to be hateful or hurtful or anything. And when I sign off from here, when I say I love you, mean it. I mean it. You guys are what floats this channel. It's the honest truth. And I know this is a little heavy subject for this early in the morning, but I just kind of wanted to touch on that. And it's one of those things. Change, when one door closes, another opens. And I'm I'm fully backing Daniela on this, and I'm not wishing her the best of luck. I'm willing it. I don't really believe in luck. I don't believe in coincidence. I think all this happened for a reason. I don't know what. The universe moves in mysterious ways. There's our creator designed us that way. That's right, Ray. No luck or coincidence. There's no such thing. I might use it as a term every now and then, but I don't really mean that I believe it. Oh. Yeah. Max, you and I had a conversation about this too. Not too long ago. I think we kind of hit the nail on the head about all that. Good morning, Sandra, my sandpiper. Ooh. Got to cool it down just a little bit. It's a little hot. That was a gulp I wouldn't have said. Sandpiper. You see, here we go. That's a shout out, Sandra. That's a big shout out. On the show. Good morning, Nikki. Harry, man, hoaxes and hoodwinks. Good morning. Good morning. You guys are here faithful every day. Well, I will say this much. If you've been here a while, you might have noticed there's somebody who's been missing in the chat for a little while. Eric, aka the Purple Hobbit. If you can, I'm not going to dish out any details or anything like that, but he's been going through a bit of a rough patch here lately. And if you can send them your thoughts and prayers, and well wishes, I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Good morning, Loretta. Lord S. I need to go back and catch up on some people's channels and get a little information. I really do. Well, thank Parkway for sending you this way. Yep, he needs them. Eric's a good fella. He really is. But yeah, getting back to that, Billy Carson. Yeah, Billy Carson is a well-read individual, and he sets the record straight on a lot of stuff, in my opinion. But he's, I think he's a graduate course to what he lectures about. Do you really need to dip your toe into the waters he's been swimming in for a while before you I don't know, taking into what he says, because it's deep. It's deep. It's deep. Very well studied. Yes, indeed. I mean, he's kind of, in a roundabout way, along with a couple other people, tutored me in the path I've been walking for the last about a year now. Um, it's eye opening. It's faith shaking. It's uh, eye opening to say the least, and it can be kind of heartbreaking at times. I'm not gonna lie to you. That just that walk. Max, that's Billy Carson. He is a YouTube channel called Forbidden Knowledge. It's Forbidden Knowledge. That's how it's labeled. That's the title. Well, well, thank you, Ray. I appreciate that. It's been beaten to my head. Yeah, there we go. And that's exactly how it's labeled. Forbidden Knowledge. Yep, Lord S. Welcome to the family here. I don't want to call it a family; it's a fellowship. Um, we get here every morning, Monday through Thursday. Uh, if the stars align correctly and my internet holds out and my power don't go out, uh, we have random discussions about stuff. Judy, I think you'd like it. I really do. If you've read any of the Apocrypha texts, if you've read any of the Emerald Tablet texts and stuff like that, the Kabbalion or something like that, Enuma Elish, uh, stuff like that, you would really, I think you'd really like him. Um, Family, no lifeguard at the gene pool. Yeah, that's why I changed my wording a little bit. This is a fellowship. Uh, Sorry, Jay. So I was late this morning, man. I was like 10 minutes late this morning getting started. Cool beans. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, well, I'm late. Everybody's late. I forgot to pour my coffee. I'm going unleaded this morning. It ain't too bad. It ain't too bad at all. Let's see. I got something up here. Ray, there's something you. What the hell? Come on, man. Come on, dude. Gotta do that. Get my fam. Come on now. That autofocus crap. Come on now. All right, hold on, guys. Let me get this straight. All right. There we go. Maybe I'll get this straight now. Okay, I'm quiet. I'm sorry. I normally run in my mouth. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, there I am. I'm back in focus. Kind of, sort of. I took the autofocus off. Normally it does pretty good, but this time it wouldn't reset for some reason. I don't know. I have technical issues on technical issues on technical issues. It's just one thing after another. But I keep plugging along. What have I missed here? Thank you, Sandra. I appreciate that. Max says, "Where do we put the coffee where do they put the caffeine when they take it out of your coffee? If they packaged it, I'd buy it." Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, you could have reminded me it's time for your show. I was going deep with Billy Carson. I know. Uh, I kind of lost track of time there. It's what made me late. I could talk about that stuff all day. Hold on just a second. I'll let this loudmouth cat out. Better right back. I'm back. Let's see. That did happen, didn't it? That's kind of crazy. Wow. Brian got stones. Have a great day, Jen. Have an awesome day at work. And for always, as always, thank you for stopping by and blessing us with your presence. Yeah. Let's see. What I was saying, Friday, Ray mentioned something in the chat about Santa Claus and the red hat on his head in correlation to, mushrooms. Mm, let's see. Shaman psychotropic journeys are believed to be related to the idea that Santa Claus travels with his sleigh and reindeer through the skies to deliver gifts. The gift given by the shamans was the knowledge that the mushroom gave them. In addition to sharing portions of it among those presents. We're handing out mushrooms this Christmas, y'all. Oh, yep, and that too. The Pope's uniform. Uh-huh. Yep. The fish and the mushroom. Well, well, he does have a cousin, Krampus. He's only really become popular here in the last few years. Yep. A messed up origins of the holiday we call Christmas. What it's supposedly being related to and what it's actually related to are two different things. Hate to tell you. Yeah. I'm getting ready to do a whole show on it, I think. One can trace the origin of the story of Santa Claus and Christmas traditions to several theories, the most famous one being the story of St. Nicholas, a 4th century Greek saint known for his generosity. Another theory links Claus's red and white color scheme to his to a genius Coca-Cola advertising campaign, yet elements of Santa Claus's tale and life, especially from the very popular "Twas the Night Before Christmas" poem, recited every year by millions around the world, reveal a different story. When one thinks of Christmas and this time of year, one immediately imagines the colors red and white, from the gifts wrapped to Christmas sweatshirts, and of course Santa Claus's famous red and white attire. A red and white scheme is clear in the context of this holiday and the traditions surrounding it. Santa Claus's archetypal image can be dated to hundreds, if not thousands, of years, even found in the most unpredictable places and times. Since pre Christian times, this time of year has always been a time of festivity and celebration with magic, dancing, banquets, and gatherings. Germanic peoples, for example, had the midwinter festival, Yule, which occurred around the winter solstice, December 21st. Also, the Romans had the festival of Saturnalia, an ancient festival in honoring the god Saturn, held on the 17th of December through the 23rd of December. In the case of this article, we'll be dealing with the Siberian and Arctic regions where shamans dropped into local homes with bags full of magic mushrooms as presents in late December. Saturnalia, yeah. Santa is a modern counterpart of a shaman who consumed mind-altering plants and fungi to commune with the spirit world, he says. As the story goes, up until a few hundred years ago, these practicing shamans or priests connected to the older traditions would collect Amantia muscaria, the holy mushroom, dry them, and then give them as gifts on the winter solstice, according to John Rush, an anthropologist and instructor at Sierra College. Amantia muscaria is found throughout the northern hemisphere under conifers and birch trees, just like presents found under the trees at Christmas by excited and happy children. This explains the tradition of the Christmas tree and the gifts wrapped in red and white placed under the tree, just like the magic mushrooms. Mantia muscaria is classified as poisonous. This might be a reason the shamans of the time initially hang the fresh Amantia muscaria to dry on tree branches, just like the colorful ornaments on a Christmas tree. Santa's flying reindeer have a similar connection to the Amantia muscaria mushrooms. Reindeer in general are common across Europe and Siberia. And just like the human inhabitants of these areas, they too consumed mushrooms. Harvard University biologist Donald Fisher suggests that Siberians who ingested the mushrooms may have hallucinated that the grazing reindeer were actually flying. Research has shown that the reindeer do in fact have a fondness for the Amantia muscaria. Deputy editor of the pharmaceutical journal Andrew Hines wrote in 2010 that animals deliberately seek out the red and white spotted mushroom in their habitats as they have a desire to experience altered state of consciousness. So they're tripping. The animals out here are tripping. They're tripping balls, man. How many of you are tuned out because of this now? Oh my goodness. Good morning, Michael Haywood. Good morning, Richie. I hope I hadn't missed anybody. So yeah, here we go. Hines also wrote, for humans, a common side effect of the mushrooms is the feeling of flying. So it's interesting. The legend about Santa's reindeer is they can fly. According to The Sun, Haynes even claimed that reindeer seek out the mushrooms to escape the monotony of dreary long winters. But you think about that, though. I mean, aside from the fact that they're trampling all over your your Christmas traditional beliefs with this article, but the fact that these animals are actually seeking this stuff out because they're wanting to escape too, that says a lot. Richie, you're not right, man. Panic, it's organic. Listen at this. We got a bunch of comedians in the freaking chat this morning. I've talked about psilocybin before on the show, and its actual beneficial properties. There's a guy in Georgia now. He's a retired Navy SEAL, and he had suffered from PTSD and was prescribed all these psychotropic drugs, all this stuff, and all it was doing was making it worse. And he was turned on to, mushrooms and the psilocybin, and taking it in microdoses, and it's helped him. And he's actually legal now to grow. I'm pretty sure he's the first legalized mushroom grower uh, that contains specifically psilocybin in America. And he's putting that out there for sale. The article goes on to say, at first glance, one thinks it's ridiculous, but it's not, said Carl Ruck, a professor of classics at Boston University. Whoever heard of reindeer flying? I think it's becoming general knowledge that Santa is taking a trip with his reindeer. A little pun there. To add to things, Rudolph's red nose might have been a representation of the Matamascara, while the idea of helper elves assisting Santa is making children happy might go back to the spirits encountered by the shamans during the mushroom trip. Yup. I had a couple of buddies that they did that stuff on the weekends, just go through cow fields. And we have dairy farms, and dairy farms around here, and a lot of cow poop. And they would go through a lot of it looking for it. Yeah, somebody said shrooms. We've been talking about that for the past 15 minutes now. Mushrooms, psilocybin, and its influence on the Christmas tradition of the red and white, Santa Claus, flying reindeer, the Christmas tree, the presents under the tree, all of that. Oh, what is this now? My apologies, folks. Hmm. 'Cause, 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 Oh, ta-da! It's kind of funny. That's the mushroom they give you, and yeah, that's funny. I've never done it. Never done mushrooms. Never done it. Brandy, good morning. Natural drugs are the way. Mr. Lee, you've hit the nail on the head, sir. There's a big relation to some of the greatest minds in the world, some of the greatest history and revelation having to do with psychedelics. And natural drugs are the way forward. Natural drugs provide cures for certain ailments. And we've talked about this before. The pharmaceutical industry does not want cures, they want treatments. They want treatments because treatments don't cure you. If you're cured, you're no longer taking the treatment, which means you're no longer shelling out that money. It is an acquired taste for sure. Like, it's got that bitterness to it. Stevie B, good morning to you. Good morning. Thank you for coming by. And Mogs, thank you, buddy, for coming by here and hanging out with me a little bit this morning. You fishing today? That's true. They'll let the Food and Drug Administration get a hold of that, and next thing you know, they've added all kinds of jam junk to it to mess up its natural properties. I'd rather it stay illegal. I would. Good to see you too, Stevie. Sounds like a plan to me. 400 recipes for beer. That's crazy. Let's see. I'll jump all the way down to the end of this article here. In conclusion, let's see. Goes ahead and on to a bunch of other stuff. In conclusion, all theories of the origin of Christmas traditions could have some element of truth. And with that said, this excerpt from James Arthur's Mushrooms and Mankind, The Impact of Mushrooms on Human Consciousness and Religion, probably best surmised the Santa magic mushroom theory. I'm not a big drinker anymore. I'll have a beer every now and then, with friends, but I don't I don't do a whole lot of extra. I might one or two. I've got some hard cider in our fridge that's been sitting there since my birthday, and that's been what, going on 2 months ago now. But and what hard liquor I have in the house, totally for medicinal purposes. You know, now somebody gets a little sick, give them a shot of liquor and honey. Yes, Sandra, I started today's episode with that. It's my understanding that they are shutting that down and taking everything over to Hidden Existence, because it just didn't feel right. According to Daniela, her and Linda had a long conversation about just the channel hanging up at Spurs, and it'll be open. I don't know if the channel isn't dead. I mean, it will always be open, according to Daniela. They've stopped the monetization process. Um, they're stopping the members thing. So I mean, it's just nobody's going to be paying anything into it or anything like that. So I mean, it's just done, and it's the reason why. The reason why is because it's just an empty space now. It's without Carrie there. It's too much. It's too much for Linda. It's too much for Daniela, and they're going to go ahead and try to move everything over to Hidden Existence. And it was a mutual thing between Linda and Daniela. Yes, sir. A hot toddy would do wonders for you. She's going to keep fighting a good fight on her side. Um, Carrie was the one who told her to start up her own thing, do your own thing, do what you want to do, and she did, and that's where she's going to continue to fight the good fight over there. The bottom line is that Linda had the final say in all of that. Period. On those aching joints, a little warm WD 40. Oh my goodness. It was, from my understanding, it was a mutual decision, primarily on Linda's behalf. You know, she wouldn't. I don't know. It didn't feel right to her, from what I understand. I hate that though. It's the end of an era, really. That's one of the first shows I started watching on YouTube when it come down to the Bigfoot phenomena. Carrie was one of the first people to reach out to me when I first started. I talked to him quite a good little bit and got some advice from him, starting my show and what equipment to buy and things like that. Terry helped me out some. He really did. Yeah, that too, Ray. She's still getting her health in order. Damien K, how you doing? Good evening. I only spent most of the morning talking about mushrooms, its relation to magic, or magic mushrooms in relation to Christmas. Then, yep, when they first started doing their documentaries and stuff. Yeah. That sounds wonderful. I can't take that either. I understand you, Mr. Lee. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap everything up. It's going to be a light show today. I got some stuff I need to do and get straightened out today, and hopefully maybe we'll be here tomorrow. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. You know what I'm saying? And I'll have something for y'all tomorrow. Oh, and the roof. Here we go. Yes, sir. I'm wrapping things up. Same same Raven time, same Raven channel tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be on time tomorrow, good Lord willing. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you could laugh through this. I mean, it's a good way to start the day with a laugh. Max says I could come on and stretch this out. Oh. I'll see you all tomorrow. Good Lord willing, like I said. Y'all have a great day. And uh actually I was gonna come on and stretch this out. Yeah, you could. Hey, if you got time, Mogs, do you want to hop on in the morning? I'll send you a link. Oh, hush. Yeah, yeah, it's back there. I got them all around me. Cool beans, Mogs. All right, y'all. Until tomorrow, Y'all have a wonderful day. And until then, I love y'all and I mean it. Bye.